and we'll play the music song that I wrote.
Yeah. Southwest sideways. From the mountain fog to the neon lights. S12 light, baby. Hey. Slide to Vegas. Slide to Vegas. Side. Hey. Yeah. Slide to Vegas with the tail kicked out. Old school Nissan make the crowd scream loud. From the PNW hills to the desert heat waves. To Southwest, yeah, we drift like Blaze. 1987 box body too clean. S12 Sylvia with the pop-ups mean. Hit the canyon road and the tires ignite. We don't drive straight, we survive the night. Call rain dripping on the Oregon pass. CA motor screaming while I'm mashing the gas. Boost hit hard, whole rear step loose. Guardrail close, but I still cut through. Mountain roads twisted like snakes in the dark. Every apex lit by the cigarette spark. Well, the diff singing. Suspension too stiff, every downhill run. Feeling life or death quick. Old heads laugh at the Nissan frame till they saw the drift angle and remembered the name. Chassis bloodline. Junkyard king still embarrassing new cars with the sideways swing. Gas station coffee and late night maps. Toolbox in the hatch with electrical scraps. Zip ties holding half the damn build together. But she still slide clean in any weather. Slide to Vegas with the tail kicked out. Old school Nissan make the crowd scream loud. From the PNW hills to the desert heat waves. To Southwest, yeah, we drift like blades. 1987 box body too clean. S12 Sylvia with the pop-ups mean. Hit the canyon road and the tires ignite. We don't drive straight, we survive the night. Now we in Nevada where the blacktop melt. Bass hit hard when the subwoofers felt. Vegas skyline glowing like a motherboard bright. While the drift crew line up every Thursday night. Chrome wheels spin while the cameras flash. Everybody scatter when the cops roll past. To Southwest carved deep in the game. Every burnout mark got a story and name. From hood river curves to the canyon runs. To the strip where the V8s bark like guns. But the old Nissan still holding respect. Cause the driver got heart and the steering got depth. Windows down, hear the turbo chirp loud. Smoke cloud stick while the whole crew proud. Engine bay rough but the solar gold. Built from late nights in the life too cold. Sideways forever, desert storm weather. Broken hearts and drift crews stick together. Every scar on the car tell a story that's true. Every mountain pass got tire marks too. Now the raven behind the wheel, no fear. Cancer survivor still shifting gears. Every clutch kick echo through the valley below. Every drift line clean while the city lights glow. Not rich, not famous, still chasing the dream. Just an outlaw soul in the booster machine. From the forest up north to the Vegas glow. That S12 Sylvia still steal the show. And the tourists stare when the pop-ups rise. Like a ghost from the 80s under neon skies. We ain't here for trophies, ain't here for fame. Just the sound of the tires and the rush of the game. To Southwest, Vegas drift nights, 1987, forever sideways. S12 Sylvia, from the Pacific Northwest, to Las Vegas streets.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah, it's a song I do a lot of side things, you know. This is one of my little projects that I've been working on for so long. I've always wanted to write music and whatnot, so I figured why not? And we have AI singing for me. I do that, put that together, and we're done. I thought that was a dope beat, so I think it's whatever. I mean, for now, that's going to be the intro song for this thing. But I figure out how I'm going to put things together. I might do a simple 3-minute like slideshow while that's playing. Maybe, I don't know. More things to do. More things I'm going to plan on doing. I have a lot of photos from the past that I can actually add in, which should be really cool. I just have to pull them and reorganize them and set them up that way. But all right, let's get to the show, shall we? Tonight is TougeSW, Series 5, Episode 7. Tonight is Drift Knock, like every Thursday night at 10 p.m. ish. I did start a little later because I got stuck in another game, and I did start late on gaming. It is what it is. So I'm always live here on Twitch every Thursday night. 10 p.m. So, but I'm also live every night from basically after 7 and from 7 to 8 o'clock p.m. on Twitch. So I normally play games and do other things. So if you want to come and hang out, you're always welcome. Anyways, all episodes I always post it on TougeSW.com. So take a look, have fun, and yeah. And I'm always looking for collaborators. So if you want to collaborate and listen, and do the whole Vanilla Ice thing, come in and drop me a message. It's all good. We're cool, man. We're cool. All right, so I cleaned it up a little. Last week I was trying to be funny. I figured I'm just going to do this. So if you want to learn more about what Toge Southwest is, you just go to TougeSW.com. You'll learn a little bit more about it. In a nutshell, it is just TSW or TougeSW. It's an inspiration from the Toge Northwest era, or also known as T-Core, which is Toge Central Oregon. So on that note, let's go to the disclaimer. We're disclaiming. Everything I say here is only meant to be for TougeSW. Anything I do say here does not have anything that I rep for my day job. My day job stays with day job. Unless they call me after hours, then I'll spend that time called away from everything else and use only that time for work. Other than that, I do not rep them in any way. I do not wear the shirts. I do not wear their clothing or anything. I do not rep them. I'm not trying to sell the products for them or anything. I don't do any of that. That's not my job. So I just want to say, yes, I only rep myself when I'm off the clock and away from the job. And everything I say here are my words alone. And keep it at that. And so about the host, let's jump into that. If you don't know me, I'm born and raised here in Las Vegas. I did live in Oregon for a year. I had to leave Oregon because I was held against my will. I had a business partner who attempted to unalive me and tried to ruin my career, and I was basically had to force to come back to Vegas. I had no other choice because if I would have stayed there, I would have been in jail fighting for my life there, or I would have been dead because dude was nuts. As simple as that. I didn't realize he was nuts until after I moved up there. He basically gaslit me all the way up there. And he tried to push me into a closet, make me do all the work, and it was pretty bad. Even though I had a lot of good memories up there, that was my only bad memory was with my business partner up there. And because of him, I was forced to come to Vegas. I had to leave that whole beautiful life of Central Oregon back to this freaking huge desert, high heat that I can't stand, but I'm here toughing it out and trying to bring something I learned from the Northwest down here to the Southwest. So I drift, I hack, I play video games. So if you haven't noticed, for the past almost 15 now, I drift the cars. I love drifting. It's my favorite sport, alongside doing toge style races. But when I came back to Vegas, I got really heavily into Vegas drift. So you'll see me out there almost all the time, or unless I get my car back up and running, then you'll definitely see me there all the time. So that's my drifting. I drive a 1987 200 SX S12 Sylvia, which you see faintly in the background as a cartoon. I was never in Washington. I don't know why that image. I took AI and asked them to make it into an anime version of my car, and they put Washington instead of Nevada, but whatever. So yeah. Anyways, I don't shy away from AI. I use it as a tool. That's all it is a freaking tool. It's just a glorified Google freaking thing that can do extra things for you, especially if you have a busy day and you just don't have time for everything. You have a little helper that help you out and help you complete those tasks. I mean, I can sit there in Photoshop and done that myself, but I've done graphic design for almost 20 years already. I don't want to spend extra hours just to redesign, cut things up, and whatnot. So I figured I'll just let AI give me a little hand and see how they work. Almost there, almost there. They kind of screw things up here and there. That's why it's technically a little bit of slop. But look how perfect it actually came out. Because you got the Z wheel still. That I'm actually convinced that I might just keep those rims on, keep with them. But you probably can't even see it because of that. I would have to pull up the picture itself. So that was weird. The cloud provider exited unexpectedly. You're supposed to sync. Whatever. Open that up. I'll try to show these E-wheels I was talking about. So that's what I mean. Yeah, we're doing that. Why? I hate to do this real quick. So yeah, I don't know. I guess Dropbox didn't start. Oh yeah, I'll make it start. Anyways, so I hack mainly. My whole career has been over 25 years of computer technology and cybersecurity. This is where I wrote my book, Vegas Hack, where I done my own book. I've written two actually, and they're basically about how I got into the whole hacking and the cybersecurity side of things and IT and tech and all that cool stuff. So you ever want to check it out, go to vegasHackware.com. Vegas Hackware, Vegas Hackware. Like a wearable stuff. I've been actually producing extra music there, so if you don't want to read the book, you can always listen to some of my music that I've been dropping. That's actually cut up areas of my book, kind of trying to relive it in a way. I'm working on it. And I play video games, so if you stopped by on my Twitch show earlier, I just lurked and whatever. I was playing Dune Awakening. The whole Dune verse. And this is not a bad game. I'm just I had to basically force to move servers, so I've been trying to get back up on that. And yeah, after that, cancer survivor. 2003, diagnosed with cancer. By 2004, it was gone. Had a lot of chemotherapy and a lot of crap. It sucks, but I slayed it. It's done. It's over with for now. Knock on wood. And yeah, a lot of that stuff I did explain in my book. So yeah, cool. All right, so now for the next thing. Any events going on this weekend? None. Upcoming events? None. So nothing in the past. Nothing happened last weekend. Nothing happened. Nothing's going to happen this weekend. So nothing to report on. Sad to say, but it is what it is. So, and so keep that nice and short. But that doesn't mean I wasn't doing things. So, let's start with. I did post some video logs over the weekend. So I worked on the S12. I got that done and ready. I have the turbo mounted. I have the new injectors I have back on, the 1000 cc's. I know a few seasons ago, I said I was going to buy these injectors and install them, and seeing how they did not work for my current setup. So that's basically, we're back at that. So this is the Project Fairlady Sylvia, this S12, 1987. So the trigger wheel, I just got that today. I just lined it up. Everything looks beautiful. It's going to work like it should. It's going to be awesome. So it's a 24-in-1, and it has like a thing that goes on top of it. I should be able to get that put together. And the I'm not Nistune. We're using Mega Squirt. And I just I decided to buy a new IAT valve or IAT sensor. That's yeah, with the pigtail, so it'll be easier for me to wire this up. So I'm gonna work on that too this weekend. So I'll be wiring this and wiring up that and something else I found out today. This is probably why all of my freaking those new turbos that I've been getting were blowing. So what is happening here is this is a PCV valve. Essentially, it's been in there since I've had it. Basically, take air out and run it to the top of the valve cover. This goes from the back of the thing. Air travels one way, but it's supposed to certain areas of boost and whatnot. It's not supposed to give too much pressure. It's supposed to relieve some pressure. If it's not relieving pressure like it should, then I'm having other problems, such as something as simple as this could be blowing out seals, which it looks like my rear main seal is blowing again. So I'm gonna have to replace that sooner or later. That means I gotta pull the transmission back out, replace that seal, put it back in. I can do that in one day. But let me get the car up and running first and moving. Once I can get it up and running and moving, that'll be just fine. So how I figured this is the problem this whole time was I was watching brain rot videos on TikTok, and somebody was complaining about how they're replacing the rear main seal like for the fourth time because they're building up too much pressure within their block. I think it was like an SR20 motor, or it was like a 2JZ or something. I don't know what it was, because they were complaining about it, and it just hit me because I noticed that my oil gauge, the oil pressure gauge, keeps going to like max almost all the time when I was starting the car before and watching it blow the freaking turbo. And it didn't click until now. And once I see that video, I was like, no way, that can't be good. So I'm gonna replace this. It's only $5 at AutoZone. And I've had this thing forever. So this thing's like faded paint on it, like somebody painted on it. So it might not have never worked in the first place. Probably white blue turbos from the previous owner as well, especially under high boost. So there's that. I've also had a janky, weird catch cam that I thought was going to work, but I'm going to remove that completely because I think that might be the other culprit that's causing my issue. I might just put a breather on it for now until I can figure out where to really mount that to. Because I'm really not going to have any place to really mount that anywhere. So for the time being, I'm probably going to put something there. Maybe like, maybe I'll take like these bottles, put it on, and let the oil just pour in if it has to. I mean, you can probably take one of these, pop the other side, put a breathe hole in, and put some tissue inside. I mean, you can do weird shit like that. Ghetto, whatever to get me past for a little bit. So there's my prepping the MS2. Yeah, I've already talked about that. That was my potential cause that I found. So good news. Got a lot of things to do this weekend. Especially it's going to be cool this weekend, and then it's going to be 100 degrees starting next week. I'm not looking forward to it. No. Project Serenity, I just did the fuel pressure regulator on it because I decided, you know what, I bought this one other fuel pressure regulator because I thought that was my previous issue with the S12, but it wasn't. And so I took that fresh fuel pressure regulator and put it on my dark blue one. That's the 86. And yeah, it was like night and day because before I had a ghetto setup on the V6 version of the fuel pressure regulator, I mean, it worked around a pinch if you need it for a little bit, but it was definitely having some weird issues. So now that I have that running, it's constantly running fuel to the system constantly now, which is really good, and keeping the pressure where it should be. I'm still expecting a bad injector, so I do have these new injectors in broken boxes here that I need to replace. I got 4 of them here. They're all brand new. That never been used, so I'm gonna use them. Set them up this weekend and see if that calms down the car's idle. So that's some little things I can do here and there. I still need to buy the iBox springs. I still need to go pull that R200 rear end and prep that. I'm still deciding if I'm going to have that. If I'm going to have that R200 bolted or not. I might actually just pull it and have somebody weld it. So I can have 2 cars. S12 is ready to drift. Yeah, for no apparent reason. But yeah, there's that. I still have to do the front end swap still soon. It's coming. I have to get a new steering rack. So I actually found that Napa has them in stock. I just have to bring them my core, and yeah, it's almost like $200. So I'm probably gonna have to wait until payday on that one. The Project 80, 1980 280ZX. That's still to be determined. I'm pushing for when it starts getting cool out, or when the S12 is out of the The 87 S12 is out of my garage. Once that's out of my garage, I'm going to work on getting that up and running. Because it's also registered, and I have to drop. Oh, I'm going to have to drop the fuel tank and totally flush that out. But in the future, I want to do something similar to that, like make it more modernized and try to do one of those 24-in-1 freaking setups as well. So yeah, that'll be fun. And go like a standalone on that as well. Make it more modern. But I'm still trying to work on a database setup. Currently, S12 so s12wiki.dorkmedia.com is where it's currently sitting. It's when it's able to acquire data, I'm trying to go on there, trying to grab what I can. There's only so much I can do. There's not really that much information out there for S12, so I'm trying to do as much as I can. And I think once I get a lot of that good information together, I might actually start doing its own little, like, how-to videos to go along with them. Yeah, I'll probably do that. So there's stuff I can do. It's going to take time. Next, my bucket list. I know it's like this is a dream. I wish it can come true. Don't have the money for it, but I want to make it happen. I know the car needs to be running first. I need to be heading back up to Vegas Drift again. And yeah, I want to work my hardest on this one. So yeah, I'm gonna do what I can. The whole thing is my whole idea. I want it to be like I want to do a whole keep drifting a fun thing, Side America. I would love to have help along with this. I mean, there's so much I need to do. I can't do it with my current job because I don't get paid enough to do all this stuff. And it's the cost of living and raising, everything is going insane right now, and it's not helping at all. But I'm trying to do what I can. So I want to do this before I turn 50. I'm almost 47. I'm 46 now. I'll be 47 soon. And yeah, this is going to be a lot of crunch time just for this thing here. But this is pretty much the end of end of that. So if there's anything if you want to do anything to help support, just help me boost this around. If you want to help collab, I'm always open to do some collabing work. We can always extend this to like special talk days and whatnot. I'd love to talk more. Um, always about drifting is the best thing, And what else? So, yep. Let's see. Hopefully by next weekend, I'll have a lot more stuff up and running. On my YouTube, you'll definitely see the vlogs that I've been posting. I'm not just gonna go through them here because it will take too long, but I post them there. I post clips of them on my Instagram and all the cool stuff. So yeah, so that is pretty much it. And just like I said, I'm live every Saturday. I mean, at Monday through Friday, 7 to 11. Drift, I heck play video games. So yeah, and hopefully, if I don't see you tomorrow, hopefully I'll see you next Thursday night when I do another cover. All right, so have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Bye bye.